What's going on, everybody? GemMint here, back with another statue unboxing and review. I hope you like that thumbnail. You see how I go all out for you guys, man? We got Taskmaster, the premium format by Sideshow, the Avengers villain himself, and here we have the art box. You can see an image of the statue on the front, wrapping around with some green electric, and the Taskmaster logo on the back. I believe the top has Taskmaster as well. Cannot wait to go ahead and do the unboxing and review of this guy. I've been anticipating him since he came out, since I've seen him at Sideshow Con. Before we do, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. We got a giveaway going on for our next subscriber milestone of 150K, and we're giving away a Deja Thoris premium format by Sideshow. Stick around to the end, I'll give you details on how you can enter that, but for now, let's jump into the box. Alright guys, here we go, box on the floor. Let's take off the lid. Everything's in plastic, no tissue paper. Okay, so let's remove all of that. All right, a few pieces here. So let's start by looking at this shield. So you got the Taskmaster shield. It's got a nice texturing to the top of it. It's connected to his left hand with the bow. I like the straps going on there, and I really like you're gonna see throughout the white kind of texture that is like a string as well. On his gloves and on his boots, so we'll look at that a little bit more. Like here, for instance, his right hand with his sword, great weathering on the dirty white gloves, nice little design on the blade. You have kind of a nice design to it, and then again that right hand, the dirty white gloves, very lifelike, very realistic. And look, I can almost hold this thing like a blade, like a dagger. All right, then we have the quiver with some arrows on the back, same type of metal that we've just seen on the sword and on the back of the shield. Nice leather sheath for that blade, and then the arrows with that nice orange metallic kind of color to them. Onto the hood. So this is a different fabric than I've ever seen from Sideshow. So the white part is like a leathery type of texture. You can see it up close here. That looks good. It has that same kind of dirty effect to it, and then the inside's a completely different fabric for that deep orange, which I think looks really good. And it has a huge cape. It reminds me of the Doctor Strange maquette, right? So same type of leather-like texture, weathering and dirt on it. So that looks good. And then flipping it up here, you have the parts that key into his chest. It does have wire in it, so it's posable however you're able to pose it. I'd like to think I'm getting a little bit better at posing mixed media. So there you go, humongous cape. And then here we have the exclusive portrait, more of a modern look. I like the orange and yellow glow in his eye. Cool skull design. I think the paint applications look good. The shadowing along the seams there, the kind of darkness by where the mouth would be. So more of a modern look, more of a helmet. Almost looks like an Avengers A on the back of his head. And it looks pretty good when it's on him too. But for me, I think the collector's edition portrait is the way you gotta go. More comic inspired. You can see his eyes behind the skull with kind of like black makeup. I think they did a great job of the shadowing. The sculpt looks amazing. You even have the cracks kind of where your skull forms, so very lifelike. Martin Canali, inspired by a real skull, I'm sure, when he sculpted this. Looks menacing. Then the base, man. So this is number 279 out of 750 for the exclusive, and man, this has to be the smallest footprint on a premium format that I think I've ever seen, man. Such a small base. But Taskmaster's so big and bulky that I think it really complements him. You can see the key notch and a magnet for his feet, and a nice metal kind of paint job with the shine along the brim here. And then lastly, Taskmaster himself. So what this piece lacks in footprint, it more than makes up for in his massive, beefy sculpt, like how Martin does best. Again, look at these dirty boots. I think that they were able to pull that off pretty well here at the factory. Then you have the kind of texturing on the pants, make it look like it's real fabric. You can see the muscles underneath. A great blend of orange, blue, and white, and that brown strap. And before we assemble it, a quick shout out to THATSPIDERMANBOOTH.com. They have $30 mystery boxes where you're guaranteed 5 comics of retail value. They have a GP, a giveaway prize, which will be in one of those lucky boxes this round. It's a Spawn 300 CGC 9.8 gold foil edition. This round ends on October 27th, so tomorrow if you're watching this when it airs. Use code GemMint to save 10% off that box or anytime you buy a box there, just like their sister site, Street Level Hero. SLHLA.com has exclusive variant covers with new drops every Tuesday and Thursday. Amazing artwork that you could also save 10% off every time you use the code GemMint at checkout. Again, that's a multiple time per use every time you shop there on any item. All right, let's go ahead and get that small base on the turntable. We'll go ahead and get Taskmaster pegged in there. So he's got the peg, the keyhole, and then, like I said, that magnet on the right foot. So he's in there flush. Let's turn him around, get that quiver on his back. You're going to want to do that first because of the way that the cape goes on. So that keys in nicely. We'll go ahead and put the sword in his right hand. All right, on guard. And then we'll put the shield with the bow on his left hand. And it really looks like it's strapped on his arm, the way that this was engineered. Check this out. Right? That's a good engineering right there. Let's go ahead and put the portrait on first. You're going to want to slide that hood on him before you put the cape on. So we're going to make sure it's keyed in. And then you're going to want to adjust the hood. There we go. That looks way cleaner. We'll bring that cape around, cover over the hood. The quiver will show in the loop there, as you guys will see when we do the full reveal, which will be right now. So there he goes, Taskmaster in all of his glory. Yeah, man, I pre-ordered this piece back when it first showed up, just on a whim, just because I like Martin Canali, because I like the sculpt. I mean, I'm not the biggest Taskmaster fan, and I don't have an Avengers line, but I still did it anyway. I thought it looked really cool, and then bam, when I was at Sideshow Con, they revealed the Captain America and the Black Widow, which is going to pair crazy with this. So I can't wait to get those three together, and maybe we'll work on a quarter scale Avengers line somewhere. So like I said, sculpted by Martin Canali. The edition size on the exclusive is $750 with a retail price of $600. The collector's edition is $585 with an edition size of $1,500. So that's why even when you don't really want the exclusive piece, you kind of still go to the exclusive for the lower edition size. So let's look at some measurements on this guy, and it's going to vary in width depending on how you do the cape, but from base to head, he is just shy of 21 inches, like 20 and a half inches. I mean, the width of the base is like 11 and a half inches, and the depth is like, man, forget it, about 6.5 inches. But like the way that Sideshow's pictures were, this is kind of how the cape looked. I tried to mimic that, and that's going to give you a width of like 20 inches. So why they went with fabric instead of sculpted, right? So let's start at the base. Like I mentioned, extremely small footprint, got like a little dull metallic shine to it. I like to think it's part of the helicarrier from the Avengers for some reason. I mean, I don't know what else it could be. Maybe something in his lair that Captain America and crew have stormed, and S.H.I.E.L.D's trying to take him down, and he's got the high ground, defending this is his last stand. Moving up to him, because it's really all about Taskmaster. It's very little about the base. I mentioned the white dirtiness of the gloves and on the cape and everything. I think the factory did a great job of replicating the prototype with that. I mean, it looks like very realistic, dirty white boots, gloves, and cape. The sculpt is amazing, man. He has so much mass to him. He's such a muscular character. He trains like hell, and he learns everybody's skill set and moves so he can keep up with them. So you like to think he's up there with his stamina and strength. You can see the obliques and the abs through his midsection there. Great texturing and detail on the Taskmaster utility belt with the emblem on the front, the brown pouches. The gun, which is kind of hard to see, it's in the holster on his right leg, along with straps that go over his thighs. Kind of got this bangled strap around his left thigh, which looks like it's purely for aesthetics, which is something Taskmaster would do. I like how he's got so many weapons going on at once, from the shield to the bow to the sword, the arrows in his quiver on his back. A lot going on here. And then the head sculpts. Me, I'm a comic guy. I'm a comic purist. I like it to look most like the comic representation as it can. And that's why I like this collector's edition portrait. Never really understood his mask, but it's definitely a mask. You can see his eyes behind it. The hood, I might be able to get it on a little bit tighter. I think I had it on better before, but you kind of got to remove it with the portrait when you go to switch them out. So when I switched it out to this portrait for the exclusive, as you can see here, it kind of got a little bit messed up. But I do like the exclusive portrait. I thought it was, man, no brainer, put it back in the box, but it looks really good. It's kind of hard for me to make a decision here. But again, I think Taskmaster, you got to go skull face like that. Kind of one of the places where they messed up in the Black Widow movie. So a very cool Avengers villain to get in here. Again, to pair with that new Captain America is going to look amazing. Let me know what you guys think about Taskmaster in the comments down below. Like I said, we're doing a giveaway once we hit our next subscriber milestone of 150K. We're giving away this Deja Thoris premium format by Sideshow. And all you got to do is be subscribed, leave a like, leave a comment. Once we reach the milestone, we'll go live, pick a random video where I promoted the giveaway, and use a random YouTube comment generator to draw a worldwide winner. I appreciate you guys watching, but don't go anywhere. Check out my other statue unboxing and reviews, and I'm going to leave you with Taskmaster spinning on the turntable. Stay minty fresh, guys. Peace.